This is verse 40 of chapter 1 of John's Gospel. We've just been summarizing a conversation that Jesus had with two of the disciples of John the Baptist who had followed Jesus, and Jesus had asked what they wanted, and they had asked him, where is he staying? And Jesus had indicated to them that they should come and stay, and they did stay with him for the remainder of that day. John concludes saying all of that took place the 10th hour, presumably sometime in the late morning. And now we're given information about one of these two former disciples of John the Baptist who are now following Jesus. Ain, of course we've seen that many times. It's the imperfect third person singular of eimi, was. So it was, or was, Andreas, Andrew. So Andrew was ho adelphos, the word for brother, of course. We have English words, Philadelphia, and others that reflect that particular Greek root. So Andrew was the brother of Simonos. This is Simon Petru, Peter. In the genitive case, the brother of Simon Peter. Ace, one, the number one. So one, ek, tone, duo, of the two. So Andrew was the brother of Simon, was one of the two of the akusanton of the hearing John. Interestingly, the preposition para is here, so the hearing with John or from John is probably the idea of it. So Andrew was one of the two disciples who had heard from John, and akaluthesanton had followed him, Jesus. So we hear now that Andrew was one of these two disciples. We're guessing that the other of the two was probably John, the author of the Gospel of John. So Andrew and John presumably are the two who had left behind John the Baptist after he had pointed out Jesus as the Lamb of God. And now following Jesus, they have gone and stayed with him for the rest of the day. And we're going to hear, of course, about how Andrew now will go and fetch another individual, Nathanael, and we'll be looking at that in the next couple of verses.